Good morning, everybody. I've been a bit quiet in here with my live videos because my voice is going. And when we get ourselves out of rhythm with the earth and our heart, then dis-ease sets in. And clearly, dis-ease has set in my throat. And I believe that when I was having my little meltdown last Thursday, I think it was, I created a lot of frustration and a lot of anger directed at somebody that actually wasn't even necessary, and it showed up in my throat. So my communication chakra was absolutely out of alignment with where it needed to be, and I'm aware of that, and now I'm just bringing it back into balance. And I wanted to really speak to you about when you get out of balance and you are out of your rhythm, right, and you're not in your groove, and you're just feeling so dis-eased within yourself, something's off. And when you get to that point, you know that there has to be something different done in order for you to make a change, in order for you to get back into rhythm. I was at a seminar yesterday speaking about and listening to pregnancy care and breastfeeding care and pre and postnatal nutrition and medicine. And the one thing that occurred to me is that how out of balance we actually can get in these conditions, and what was being presented was also out of balance with nature. And I spoke to the presenter at halftime because I like to be able to be curious about everything and question everything. And I mentioned that at nowhere in earth, nowhere on nature does what they're projecting out for these practitioners to work with people with, does it occur in nature. And that was a really interesting conversation. And so there's three really key things that you can do when you're out of your groove and you're out of your rhythm and dis-ease is setting in, like my throat at the moment. What you can do, and this will serve you for the rest of your life. This isn't something that is just a slap on with a band-aid, because as you know, my work is not about band-aids. It's about getting to the cause and getting you back in alignment with who you are, therefore back in alignment with the rhythm of nature. So what does that even mean? So we can say, look, we go to the beach, or we go for a walk, or we we have good sleep. Some of us do, some of us don't. So therefore we're in alignment with nature. Well, that's only a small part of it. I really want you to think about these three keys that I'm going to give you right now. Good morning, everybody. To be able to help you rhythm yourself back in with nature. And when you rhythm yourself back in with nature, suddenly you start to create a different frequency in your body, and therefore you start to shift your dis-ease. And it's in shifting your dis-ease that you start to become more energetic. You start to have more love. You create more time. You have more fun. Yeah? So think about this. These three keys I'm going to drop in. They're very easy, very simple, and I would suggest you start using them now. The first one is when you feel out of balance, you need to get back in balance with the earth by looking at the sun and the moon. Good morning, Lexi, gorgeous one. Okay, so the moon and the sun are our key cyclic light activators for the earth. So if we're not using them for our healing, we're not using them to counterbalance our dis-ease, then we're still out of alignment with nature. So things like getting up in the morning light, letting the sun in your eyes, and then at night with the moon, turning down your bright lights, your blue lights, using candle lights, and allowing the darkness to set in to reset your circadian rhythm. This runs every single part of your body. So using the moon and the sun as the greatest healers will start to bring you back into balance over time. The second thing that you can do is, I want you to think about this. Nature is full of minerals. It's all that it is. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Wendy. Nature is only minerals and gases. So if you're not eating something or using something on your skin or using something on your home that doesn't come out of the earth, then why are you using it? So I ask you this again. If there's anything in your home that you're putting on your body or around to wash up in, or around your garden, that you wouldn't physically eat yourself, then why are you using it? Because that will put you out of rhythm with nature quicker than anything else. So just have a think about that. There's some really easy DIY products that you can do to make life so much more friendly for you. My son yesterday, God love him, in his 9-year-old body, said to me, "Mum, I want to buy some Lynx deodorant." And I said, "Oh no, we don't do that in our home." And he wanted to know why, and so I explained about the aluminium content and the chemical content, and he said to me, "But Mum, it doesn't go in my mouth, so it's going to be okay." And so then we went on and we talked about how the skin is the body's natural and most biggest absorptive organ of our body, and it's there to protect us, and it's there to serve us and to keep us well. So if you're not putting something on your skin that you would eat, then I would suggest you don't do it. So that would be the second thing. Make sure that what you're putting in your mouth, on your skin, and in your home is something that you would actually eat, and make sure it's in alignment with earth products. The last thing that I wanted to tell you is to get yourself back in nature. You really have to be open to change, and you have to not rip yourself off of that responsibility, and not rip yourself off of that accountability and productivity of being open and acceptable of change. Nature is not consistently the same. Everything changes, everything moves, everything is built in fluidity. That's why we have the cycles, that's why we have night and day. So think about that. If you are someone who needs to hold on to everything, if it needs to be in a certain way, if you need to have control of everything, and you absolutely break down when things start to get out of your control or need to change, then I would seriously consider getting some assistance around helping you be able to move into change, because change is inevitable. There's a car going past now. Change is something that we absolutely have to step into in order to create a new way for our being. We can't stay the same, okay? There's this great analogy of the river of change. So we can dive into the river of change where it's uncomfortable sometimes we don't know the outcome, sometimes we don't know what it's going to feel like, but we've got choice. And when we're in that river of change, we can choose to get to the other side, create something different, feel a different way, shift our dis-ease, and have a more evolutionary life. Or we can go back to where we came from, where it's comfortable, where we know everything, nothing changes, everything stays consistent, and we get more and more out of balance because we're holding on. And so with those 3 keys, we'll just recap so you've got them. The first one is you need to use the light of the earth, so the moon and the sun. The second thing is that you only want to put on your body, in your mouth, and in your home stuff that you would be able to eat that comes out of the earth. And the third thing is that you want to be able to not rip yourself off the ability to change, not rip yourself off that accountability, responsibility, and productivity around being open to change. So I'm going to send you all so much love. My throat needs a little clearing now. And if you've got any questions and you want to reach out to me, you know where to find me. And I'm here to serve you to become your own remedy, because the key is this: the further and further we're getting away from the rhythms of earth, the sicker people are becoming, the more and more dis-ease and disharmony is being created. So I encourage you strongly and invite you wholeheartedly to step into your stellar healing powers, start to become your own remedy, and start to shift your frequency and change your life. Sending you so much love. Take care. Bye for now.